Hello, my name is Bunny7 and welcome back to FrostPunk, the society builder from the guys who made this war of mine. Last time, well, we unfortunately lost a scout team carrying a steam core, 200 wood, and 100 food rations, which that's a hit that I would have liked not to have taken, especially since there's some things that I would like that are going to need steam cores. But them's the brakes. We're gonna have to keep on going as it is. They are livable. Temperature drop by 1 level fairly shortly. Probably to start the next work day. Yeah, I think so. So then we'll have to turn on the overdrive. Let's preemptively get the overdrive going now. This is... They're all now comfortable, so they won't get ill. Preemptively just beforehand, before a cold comes, that way we don't fail this promise. Although we could tank a failure promise right now. But we got... Why do that? Why tank the failure when you don't have to? God bless our captain, I follow him anywhere. Let's get moving. I wonder what we'll accomplish today. Well, one thing I am planning on doing is building a fighting pit, because we are going to need it, along with more food. Let's first off get a hunter's hut. I plan on signing into law a fighting pit. Let's place it, that doesn't change how big it is. We'll place it over here. Just to say so. There we go. Temperature falls. It's getting colder with every day. But don't freeze to death on duty. You should be fine, hopefully. They've returned to the city.
Work time. Get back to work.
Now, go to the crash site. 21 hours. Yeah, go there. Because that should be our vehicles. That should be resources. 40%. Turn on the heater here, just to be sure. And you're actually livable with the heater on. You can actually turn off your heater. Save a little bit of coal. Child shelter, it's chilly. Let's turn on the heater in the child shelter. Consume a coal an hour. But it is children after all. They do need to be kept warm. Besides our economy. If we go here. Actually that's tight. That is actually very tight. I did not think it was that tight. Have more people working on that pile. There's only 400 coal left in that pile. This hunter's hut is ready, so get them ready to go out. There'll be more food coming in. In fact, they're going to chew through these 20 an hour, so they'll make a good amount, but nowhere near enough. People, we're going to need more tents, unfortunately, still. That should be enough. However, we also need to build a street for them. Yeah, we're out of wood for the moment. And there's the coal thumper. That requires some wood. And we also need wood for research, so we're going to have to let things tick on for a couple seconds here. Promise fulfilled. You promised people warmth. You delivered. Hope rises. Yeah, we're basically maxed out on hope. Let's construct that last little street in order to hook that up. Then I'd like to go for this, but that needs a little bit more wood. Basically, the generator and all the steam cores, without having to run overdrive, will be warmer. Full pile depleted. That's these guys. Well, they'll come back now, which will be fine. We have enough coal to build the coal thumper. It is a fairly large building. We'll stick it right there beside the gathering post. There we go. Turn on the heater for them. They got so many engineers, man. So many engineers. And we still have wounded as well. Actually, we need research for technology. Let's look at the generator started. That way we can turn off the overdrive. I'm about to turn off the overdrive anyway, fairly shortly. It's at 64. We can run it for a bit longer. But we could go from their workshop, get more research going. However, there is diminishing returns. However, we also are going to need another medical post. Just to help deal with the sick. Let's stick it right there. Generator stress level critical. Yeah. Good thing that popped up. We have to turn off the overdrive. There's no way around it. They're not going to be too happy. Discontent will go up. Bad healthcare. Cold at home. Scouts have reached the crash site. Wood and raw food. There's plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of our expedition. Searching amongst the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found the bodies. They're tangled together in a single frozen mass, as if these people were trying to find at least a bit of warmth just before they died. You can do nothing for them, not even bury them. Take the resources. Some wood, some food. Head to the city. Drop that off. It will help a little bit, but not enough. Bringing in 60 per day. Uh, 60. I'm doing mental. We might have just enough. We have just enough food. A book of laws. I should have been doing that fighting arena. That will help reduce discontent.
Hear me. New law in the city.
However, I will have to move a house in order to fit it in properly. Dismantle this house. And there's still a little bit of empty room. Yeah, fighting arena is the same size as the house, so once that house is gone, we'll put a fighting arena there. Just stick a tent right there. Actually, hold on. Cancel. Cancel. No, we'll keep that going. But right here, this one. That's a better placement. It will hit more houses. Fighting arena built. The fighting has been established in accordance with the new law. Hope rises. We're now maxed out in hope. Discontent has fallen. Because there's 105 people living near a fighting arena. So most of our citizens are now living near the fighting arena. Let's get engineers working here. And turn them on with that. It's chilly for them. We are going to need another gathering post there in order to help that out. Stick it right there. Yep, work time is going. That sawmill is going to run out eventually. Return safely to the city. So we now got some more wood and some raw food. 16 hours. 1 day 22. There's a large discrepancy. 16 hours. Go there. And Generator power upgrade level 1. Oh wait, no. Temperature in all heat zones. That's actually that does still work, because now all these houses should be warmer once it gets up to steam. Yeah, now they're all livable. However, we are now running lower on coal. We now only have 17 hours left because it now takes 24 coal per hour to run the generator at this level of speed. And just to keep these guys a little bit warmer, I will run the heater in an attempt to stave off illness. Now, technology. Generator range will be something new. More scouts. Coal mining. But we need the house. This will allow us to turn off, potentially, the steam hubs around the houses, which would be nice, because then we'll save a little bit of coal. And actually, it's gonna warm up in a moment anyway, so we can actually turn down the generator, which will be a nice little touch. Yeah, about 16 hours. Close at this time of day. I am, however, going to need to work towards getting extended shift as well. Yeah, 9 hours. 7 hours of coal. Still 8 to sick. But again, temperature will go up in a moment. And things will hopefully improve a little bit. This is going to be one of the first houses to be upgraded because it's nowhere near a heat zone. Although hope right now is maxed. So warm up for me, and as soon as you do, I'll turn this. Actually, I'll preemptively turn it down. We now have enough coal for 9 hours. Actually, we're gonna need a automaton. Yep, where the temperature's warming up a little bit. Keep going for now. And scouts are now waiting. Go for the water station. 16 hours to arrive. Speed it up a little bit. Max out there. That way they're all working at max efficiency. It's all comfortable in these houses too, so it's not as 2 6 absences, but they're working at 70% efficiency. And there we go, bunkhouse researched. Medical post upgrade, 10% faster. Go for hothouse, but that takes a steam core. 25%, but we need the steel works. Because we're starting to run lowish on steel, and we need steel to upgrade these houses. But we're out of steel crates. So we need to start getting our own steel. And quite sharpish. Or else we'll be stuck in tents for a long time. So, construction people. I will, however, upgrade a couple of these houses that are outside of any heat zones where they're most likely to get sick, in order to reduce the load on our medical centers. Now, let's go for public houses, and then moonshine, which will help with the discontent from food. But emergency shift. Sometimes we have to concentrate on the task at hand at the cost of everything else, or die. You can force workers in any facility to work for the next 24 hours, raise discontent, and discontent will raise slightly from signing this law. But this will go towards extended shift.
Hear me. New law in the city.
which will mean we'll have a longer work day, which means we'll get more resources. Preposterous, are you trying to work people to death? Now these are livable. And they've reached the water station. Steam cores and coal. Grim forecast. We found in the scientist notes, they predict that the Great Cold is going to get much worse. What's more troubling is that the observations ended abruptly months ago. There's also not a can of Spam, not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obvious that they've moved out for good. You can see the city of Winterhome from the roof of the water station. Place discovered. Winterhome, coal mine. Big resources. Let's go after the... Sure, let's go for Winterhome. 15 hours to arrive. Yeah, the generator's not working max out because we don't need it to. The search for other cities. Abandoned station. Recent reports from the water stations have gotten people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. We'll have answers soon enough. And that we will. You're gonna run out of coal soon. Not coal, wood. They don't have to move you. We're actually full on wood. Well, let's take this opportunity to get a few resource depots. What does a steelworks need? It's just wood. Okay, good. Let's get a resource depot. Tuck it in here. And then we'll probably have that for either wood or coal. Rise and shine, people. Look, the sun's up already.
Work time. Get back to work.
So, wood or coal? Coal, because I want to be prepared for something that is coming. There we go, with the steelworks. This will get faster gathering. It's a little bit late for it, but it'll help out here. You also need to build the steelworks. Actually, we can afford 2. And we have probably the manpower to do it as well. And then run it like that, and there we go, we got a road connecting. Scouts have reached the Winterhome. We explore. We climbed up to the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed, and the generator has exploded. The fall of Winterhome. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The city chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riot, and descent into anarchy. Fights for dwindling resources and the eventual starvation. The last entry. God forgive us, feeding our dead. There's no hope. Place discovered. Snowcliff, American camp. We're on our own. 2 steam cores. We are alone. The news has shocked everybody in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here, people living normal lives in homes heated by generators. But we're alone. Hope falls. Don't panic. We aren't dead yet. We have to learn from their mistakes. We must save ourselves and our children. We must go back. Terrible. All these poor people. We can't end up like them. This place is a deadly trap. We need to get out of here. There goes a lot of our hope. Winterhome has fallen. They're all dead. How will we survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. I must give them purpose. Choose our path. People are shaken, wrecked by fear and doubt. They've lost hope in our chances of survival. Desperation could quickly push them to commit reckless acts. We will have to unite them behind the vision of the future. Decide now what will give them purpose and restore hope, or else our city will descend into the chaos that consumed Winterhome. A new set of laws will become available, either faith and spiritual strength, or order and discipline. I believe, in times like these, you must maintain order. Purpose: Neighborhood Watch. We need to mobilize and stand together to help people in need and protect them from troublemakers. After 1 day and 12 hours, new building Watchtower. Watchtowers increase the hope of people living nearby. You'll have to build 2 watchtowers.
Hear me. New law in the city.
Seems like a good idea, but I worry where it may lead. Feel safe knowing my neighbor is watching my back. So once again, it says the highest concentration of homes, so dismantle that home. Watchtower. Takes a little bit of steel. Needs to wait for that. We'll place one over here preemptively. People. Don't have enough steel to do both. Not until this has been constructed and people are working it. You're waiting. Go to... I can set up an outpost here. That will bring me wood every day. 150 wood. Go for the large convoy. The unconvinced want to leave. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of our people are still so scared that they want to flee the city for London in 15 days. They've come to try and change their mind. You say order will save us? Nonsense. What are we going to do? What? Are we going to orderly decide who to eat first when we start to starve? If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Calm down. We're not going to die. There's 7 homeless because that building is being deconstructed. The Londoners. Their people are divided. Some of them are so scared that they plan to leave the city for 15 days. They'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Fear may lead people to desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. There's 14 and it's sending up a little bit. A couple of people may join the Londoners. Yeah, these need to be built before anything else. Actually, that house has been built. Good. Let's build the watchtower. And staff it with engineers. Because we have so many engineers right now, it's not even funny.
Gather your tools.
Hope rises.
Sending.
And of course, we will heat these. This one doesn't need to be heated. And now we need this. Turn these in. Of course, using engineers for this because that's all I have at the moment. Although I can soon put an automaton onto one of them, or use the automaton to continue getting coal. Either or. For the moment, we're actually running fairly good. About a day. Yeah, that's got... 501 coal. It's working. Resources. Have another gathering post here. And we can also put people into that. Tennessee is going down. And full people may join, which is good. People join the Londoners. Sir, people who want to leave for London have successfully urged their friends and neighbors to join them. People are more easily persuaded because they have little hope for our ultimate survival. I see. Yeah, let that go. Other cities may have fallen, but not London. It's impossible. How are we going to survive? What should we do?
Work time. Get back to work.
Faster gathering researched. So now they'll gather faster. But as many people as we can here. That will help gather a little bit. Although these guys... Storage limit reached, yeah. With more people, they'll gather faster. Technology tree. Store 50% more. That'd be nice. Let's get the range upgrade, though. And then let's also build this other bunkhouse that we're going to need. In fact, we're going to need more, but we don't have the steel right now. There we go, discontent should fall. Neighborhood watch, timely intervention. Sir, a child climbed the generator, slipped, and fell, but was thankfully caught by a neighborhood watch member who was on patrol nearby. He then escorted the child to his mother and gave them both a good talking to. I could have ended with a broken leg or worse if it weren't for our watchman, a neighbor commented. We're lucky to have him. I'm glad it ended well. So, nice timely intervention. Scouts have reached a large convoy. This is a convoy carrying workers that got lost in a blizzard. They are weak and have no provisions. We should listen to their story and escort them to our city. We do need the people. They sought Winterhome. The workers who were running this convoy told us they were heading toward the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal for the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up, they say. We tried to follow up a search pattern to find it, but we ran out of fuel. We'll escort them back. We have some stuff that I'd like to make sure gets delivered, like the steam cores. Those are important, because upgrades to these mines, and that will require steam cores. So they're working. And there's a little chance of them getting sick. Really, one way from the generator range upgrade, which will of course consume more coal, but will push things out a little bit and potentially mean that we could dissolve these a little bit. Oh yeah, that's a new law. No, we can either go for an adaptation law, which I will. I want the extended shift. Send the workday in a facility to 14 hours. Working overtime causes discontent. Discontent will rise slightly.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Work 10 hours a day. 14 hours, people will barely have time to eat and sleep. The Londoners gain more followers. Yeah, because discontent and hope is high. Bad food. And controversial law. Yep. You keep on saying that. We're also gonna have to get a fighting arena over here. Help cover these guys. We'll go right there. Get that in. That's a nice old road right there. Nice and symmetrical. Then we can also put a fighting pit behind it. Or a watchtower. which is heated. Very low risk of getting ill. Get all that built. It's getting colder every day.
It's getting colder.
Alright, we're gonna have to turn this up. Hope we don't freeze to death on duty. And we're also gonna need a steam hub over here. Generator range upgrade.
Get back to work.
Yeah, set the range 2. We're now consuming 36 coal an hour. These gathering posts. Unfortunate, but they need to be done. That's actually got 9 out of 10. Yeah, 1 short. Got 10 people is doing 2 coal an hour. Alright then. Technology. We now need to get full mining. That takes a steam core though, so that's not something we can take lightly. Dismantle that. And actually we can get our automaton working on the coal thumper. Free up a couple people. Just fighting pit. Some warmer houses. They return to the city. More workers. Steam cores. In fact, we got 1 homeless still. Let's go for the American camp. Several big tents, no signs of life. A flag flies over them. The American flag. Even from this distance, we couldn't mistake the stars and stripes. We are gonna have to get more scouts upgrades soon, though. Or we also need a new sawmill. Get that down. There we go. That's actually fairly good positioning. Didn't even try to do that. He's now climbing the coal thumper. Alright then. So he'll start gathering coal. We have about 17 hours. Coal mining researched. There we go. We got 1 homeless, so we do need another home. Let's build it over here. We should also start upgrading some of these homes. One's on the outer ring first. And exploration, more scouts. We need them in order to keep scouting. We're also going to need more hunters' huts.
Time to rest.
Angry about the cold. Angry about the cold in their homes. They have gathered to protest negligence. Alright. See some homes. That would be these guys here. Because they're not near a steam hub. We need some steel for that. Actually, no, we have 20 steel. No, we don't, because they take some. We'll turn one of these on. Keep homes warm. It's probably these ones as well. Yeah, these guys are all cold. Or chilly. Turn that on for the workday. There we go. And I'll have them working a normal day. I'm hungry. Yeah, food. We need another hunter's hut. This will be the last of our food. Let's get that in. And I just realized the time. So, I'm going to call things here. Winterhome has fallen. That's less than ideal by a long shot, but hopefully we can pull out and forge ahead. But I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.